We are just 9 days away from the 2025 NFL Draft, and experts from a major sports network have analyzed the first 3 rounds, highlighting potential selections for the Patriots with their 4 picks in this event. If you're excited about the draft and eager to see new faces join the New England Patriots, don't hesitate to show your support. 2 analysts have created a 3-round mock draft, and today we'll review the picks they projected for the Patriots. 1 in the first round, 1 in the second, and 2 in the third. Let's dive into this, and I'll share my thoughts on whether I would go for these players or take a different approach. I'm your host, and if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing, as this Thursday we will be doing a live edition of our mock draft featuring all channels on this platform. I'll be making decisions for the New England Patriots, stepping into the role of the team's general manager. We'll be live this Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so don't miss the chance to join in. As you may have noticed, experts are projecting the Patriots to make a pick at number 4. They suggest another player will head to Cleveland, a third to the Giants, and the fourth will not be among the first 4 picks. This choice for the New England Patriots seems to come down to one of 2 options, select or trade down, and I believe trading down could be a favorable tactic. This pick is especially intriguing for the Patriots, given the uncertainties on the left side of the offensive line. The player in question stands out as an exceptional pass blocker, having allowed just 2 sacks, which is significant for a quarterback who was on the brink of leading the league in sacks last season. This choice is extremely advantageous for the Patriots, particularly in light of the questions surrounding the left side of the offensive line. As many have noticed, this player excels in pass protection, allowing only 2 sacks, which is crucial for a quarterback who struggled to showcase his passing abilities last season. With additional support, it's vital to ensure he gets the protection he needs. I have no objections regarding his run-blocking skills, as this could open up more opportunities for the team's running backs. Overall, his statistics are impressive, with a considerable number of plays. He not only allowed just 2 sacks, but also recorded only 5 quarterback pressures throughout the season. While penalties have raised concerns about the offensive line, this is something that can be corrected. What impresses me and leads me to support this pick is the consensus among analysts regarding his transition to the professional level, something crucial for an offensive lineman looking to make an immediate impact. This is an excellent choice, especially given that the team recently released a captain and a significant leader on the offensive line. He's a strong presence both on and off the field, and who knows, over the next 5 to 10 years, as his career develops, he could emerge as a new leader for the team. However, I remain open to the possibility of trading down if the right offer arises. I've seen simulations suggesting that a team could trade with the Patriots for the 4th pick, allowing the team to move down to the 9th position while receiving a 2nd-round pick and an early pick in the next draft. These are the types of situations where I'd prefer to opt for a trade rather than selecting this player, but at this moment, I'm undecided. Simulations involving a potential trade between the New Orleans Saints and the Patriots for the 4th pick have resulted in a drop to the 9th position, with the proposal including a 2nd-round pick and a significant pick for the 2026 draft. These scenarios are considered more advantageous for trading down rather than selecting Will Campbell, though there are few teams willing to meet New England's expectations, which are focused on acquiring a large number of future draft picks. Many of the teams in the top 10 are in rebuilding phases, just like New England, making a specific type of proposal necessary for the trade to be considered. The lingering question is whether it's more beneficial to select Will Campbell or trade down for more picks. Moving to the 2nd round, there's a projection that the Patriots could select Michigan defensive tackle Kenneth Grant. It's understood that prioritizing defense at this stage of the draft may be premature, given that some gaps have already been addressed in free agency. While the defense has not been fully addressed, many issues have been resolved before the start of this season. The interest in Kenneth Grant is tied to the acquisition of Milton Williams, along with uncertainties about Christian Barmore's physical condition for the upcoming year. Although recent reports indicate Barmore is recovering well, blood clots can be tricky. Adding a solid defensive tackle like Grant alongside Milton Williams could be an attractive strategy. However, there are still other areas to explore in the 2nd round, beyond reinforcing the defensive line. While Grant's sack production wasn't among the highest in college football, his physical presence is notable. The combination of Grant with Milton Williams, who will likely carry the bulk of the load, could result in satisfactory sack production, considering Grant's solid number of quarterback pressures. Looking at his physical attributes, he has a broad, sturdy upper body, as well as traits that suggest versatility in his role. The description of Grant as a barrier stems from his ability to absorb hits repeatedly during his college career. The transition to the NFL is still an unknown, especially when considering his explosiveness and acceleration, as his weight may make him slower than ideal. Partnering with Milton Williams will be an interesting aspect to follow in the games. The fact that considerable investment was made in Milton Williams, with Grant adding strength and instinct to the defensive line, reinforces the idea that instincts are innate qualities that can't be taught. This ability could ease his transition to the professional level. However, selecting a defensive tackle in the second round isn't the preference, as the wide receiver position still needs attention. The possibility of acquiring a higher potential running back to strengthen the offense is appealing. Free agency has addressed many defensive needs, and the renewal of some players reflects this. With 11 defensive signings in free agency and only 9 on offense, the defensive line has been strengthened, making the early selection of a defensive tackle questionable in this draft. The preference would be to select a wide receiver in the second round if an offensive lineman is chosen in the first. I believe selecting a defensive tackle too early in the draft shouldn't be the primary focus for our team in this NFL selection. Personally, I would choose a wide receiver in the second round if an offensive lineman is picked in the first. What do you think about the possibility of the Patriots selecting a wide receiver in the second round? If you like the idea, leave your support. Now, we're moving into the third round of our mock draft, which I'll analyze shortly. In the third round, it's important to note that we've seen thousands of receivers selected, with possibly hundreds chosen by the NFL in this round. This demonstrates the existence of undiscovered talents that could make significant contributions in the league. However, I'm not sure if Williams belongs to that group. Therefore, if wide receiver is one of our top 2 priorities, my aim would be to secure one in the first 2 rounds. Fortunately, we have 2 picks in the third round. Moving forward, the team seems to be focusing its efforts on strengthening the offensive line by opting for a player from West Virginia University who plays guard. He's currently identified as a left guard but has the flexibility to play on the outside as well. In fact, he was listed as a left tackle on the team's depth chart for 2023. I'm quite inclined to acquire a rotational player for the offensive line because I believe depth at this position is crucial. Analyzing his performance on the left side, I was impressed. He didn't allow any sacks, and his blocking skills in both pass protection and run blocking are notable. I believe he could prove to be a valuable discovery for the offensive line later in the third round. Competing in the ACC, he faced respectable opponents, and honestly, it doesn't matter if he competed against lesser-known players. The fact that he didn't allow sacks, hits, and only 6 pressures in over 700 snaps suggests he could thrive in a system led by a renowned coach, which could lead to him developing into a standout player. This pick seems quite intriguing, especially because it wasn't initially in my plans as I was focused on selecting a running back. I thought, why not add another guard who could also play on the outside? However, I do have a slight apprehension about him. I wouldn't want to present him as an entirely positive pick, given that he primarily plays as a guard. This position has good depth internally, but we lack alternatives on the outside. Looking at the current line, we have players on the right side, and some were signed in free agency. On the left guard side, there are a few athletes, and while not many, others can also fill roles in different positions. We've been trying to figure out where a rookie would fit in and whether he could become a starter. If he can move to the left side, we could still keep another player in his guard position and then shift the new player to the left tackle spot. I like the idea of forming a young left line, ensuring protection, as this will give the quarterback more time to throw to his targets. Therefore, I highly value selecting an offensive line player in strategic rounds, especially if options are available. Additionally, I wouldn't consider a defensive tackle in an intermediate round, perhaps only in the later rounds, as at this point, we're looking for depth on defense, not necessarily starters, since the team made significant signings in this area last season. This year, few analysts projected the draft a few days before the event. Feel free to leave your grade in the comments if you haven't already. A, B, C, D, or F. I want to know your thoughts on the projections. And as always, we'll be live soon to present our own predictions alongside other channels. I'll be making the picks, so stay tuned for the specific time. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The New England Patriots are buzzing with excitement at the prospect of acquiring one of the NFL's most dominant and versatile offensive tackles, Patriots Wirfs. Known for his exceptional skills on the field and impressive consistency, Wirfs has built a reputation as a top-tier player since being drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020. As the Patriots look to bolster their offensive line for the upcoming seasons, the idea of landing Wirfs, who has been selected to 4 consecutive Pro Bowls, has quickly become a topic of heated discussion within the organization and the fan base alike. Wirfs' ability to thrive in both right and left tackle positions, coupled with his historic achievement as the first player ever named first-team All-Pro at both spots, makes him a rare commodity. After securing a lucrative 5-year, $140.63 million contract extension in 2024, Wirfs cemented his status as the highest-paid offensive lineman in NFL history. His adaptability, strength, and leadership on the field would provide a major upgrade to any team in need of an anchor on the line, and the Patriots are no exception. With their current offensive line in flux, the addition of a player like Wirfs could be the key to their resurgence. While the road to securing Wirfs might be a challenging one, the Patriots front office has shown a clear intent to prioritize this acquisition. With a player of Wirfs' caliber, the potential to strengthen their offense and provide more protection for the quarterback cannot be overstated. Patriots fans are eagerly awaiting updates on the negotiations, hoping that their team will be able to pull off a move that would instantly elevate their chances for success in the coming years. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.